At the East of England ARC, we make great efforts to implement research into practice. The ARC's job is to do applied research that helps solve problems and improve services using sound, scientifically researched evidence. And the ideal researcher uses co-production methods, working with all the key people who might be expected to use the results in practice. Well, the research may have yielded useful findings, but now what? How will that make a difference in practice?
Meanwhile, the practitioner and their organisation have a problem rather like the one the researcher worked on. The ARC, through its close links with both parties, spots the opportunity to apply the research findings. The ARC's implementation team bring together the researcher and the practitioner. They explain their ideas and talk through the possibilities. Then the implementation team consider whether the research findings and the organisation meet the ARC's criteria for an implementation project.
They think about the potential for implementation and who will need to be involved. If it looks promising, and with the senior executive's blessing, all the key relevant people are invited to form a community of practice. Service users, practitioners, managers, commissioners, whoever matters to making it work.
The facilitators ensure there are respectful, critical conversations to help people in the community of practice form relationships, often new ones, that enable them to share their in-depth, first-hand knowledge of the likely implications of the research, so they all learn about the good and the bad points of the research if applied in their context. They collectively explore the likely opportunities and barriers and who else needs to be involved to help the change happen, and they agree a plan.
As they set about the task for real, they inevitably have to tweak and reshape things, changing the planned implementation of the research to fit the context. They assess how it's going by using success criteria that they themselves have agreed. Usually they realise that they need to adapt things, both in the research findings and the context where the findings are being implemented.
The community of practice, who usually meet around 4 times, continue to check out and adjust things based on their agreed measures of success. This becomes a cycle of small tests of change. Our emphasis on personal and organisational relationships is crucial. The relationships help the key people become more committed to the project and to recognise that adjustments are needed on all sides. They know now that to keep making it work, they need to keep learning from each other, which is what being in a community of practice is all about.
They eventually agree that they've sustained the research-based change that was needed. The organisation's performance is improved. And the researchers and practitioners, and indeed all the community of practice members, have learned something and made tangible research-based improvements. Everyone's pleased, especially the people who use the service.
Every project is different, and everybody learns. The implementation team discovers something new each time and spreads these lessons across the ARC, growing implementation skills and capacity.
Practitioners and service organisations are encouraged to spread not only the research evidence as appropriate, but also the implementation principles they've learned about. And the researchers take the lessons back to their colleagues, so developing more collaborative applied research that can be put into practice.
Please get in touch if you want to get involved.